Okay, so this is it. And thank you for staying back and waiting for the announcement. And as I told you, the program is going to be Chanakya Geo Jyotiśa program. And it is my way of contributing to some level of, I would say, strategic Gurukul way of thinking. And I've been talking about this Gurukul. If you go to my Twitter profile also on X, I've been talking about my objective or the final objective to give the Gurukul way of learning not only to Bharat but to the world. But let's start with a baby step. And I'm going to start something very, very interesting from 21st of October, which is in a few months' time. And it is going to be invite only. This is to be sure that I get the right audience, people who are genuinely interested, and more importantly, people who are not just there to basically spend some time, even if they have money to sort of pay the fee. I'm not interested, right? So we are going to get the right mix, and I've sort of got a very nice, cute sort of Chanakya over there. And at any point of time, you need sort of to know more about me, you can go to 𝗪𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.com, and this is my help desk number. But I would be very clear that my help desk generally gets multiple messages in thousands daily. So as far as this program is concerned, I would suggest go through the video before sort of treating my help desk as your personal concierge, right? So don't ask questions which are already mentioned. I'm putting a lot of effort to make this video to ensure that you don't ask the same questions to my help desk, because they anyways have got multiple requests daily for consultations, retainers, vastu, so on and so forth, right? So the whole objective is, please, if you are interested, go through this video. Huh? Now, first thing first, I always wanted to know the why behind it. In terms of why I'm doing what I'm doing is a very, very important for me. I'm a great sort of a fan, or I follow a guy called Simon Sinek, who always says, don't tell me what you do, tell me why you do. So the why is very, very important. So the why of Chanakya Jyotisha program is something which I feel is very, very important for me to share it with you guys. Then we are going to discuss what is the program all about, the method, so to say. The last part of it is how you can apply. This is where it depends, when, at what stage you can get an invite, etc. Who is it for, or shall we say, who is it not for? Money is not the only requirement, but there's a little more to it. We'll discuss that about it. The pricing, the start date, details, few of the FAQ, frequently asked questions, is what I've sort of also found out. And during past couple of years, I've been getting a lot of requests that, hey, Karthik, I have the money, but I don't have the bandwidth to learn. But at the same time, I want you to sort of find students, and sort of I'm ready to sponsor students. So for the first time, I'm sort of getting that aspect going on, where people who have the resources want to sort of gift somebody else a Vedic learning, then you can sponsor a student for Vedic learning, and there would be various aspects to it. Hmm? Now, the why part of it. So for past 2 years, I've been getting a lot of requests from various people, as you must have seen in the introduction, where people have been talking about, Kartik ji, I don't want to do a hardcore Jyotisha program, but I want to do something in between, right? So couple of days back, in fact, in the first Shravan Monday, somebody came to meet me seeking a donation for a Shiva temple which is to be built. And obviously the answer is yes to him. But after the whatever they wanted, I sort of agreed to, and sort of helping them much more than that. The gentleman came up with one nice suggestion, and he sort of reiterated the same thing, that Kartik ji, why don't you start something which would help people understand, or get your mind in terms of uh, the method to the madness. What do you say, and why do you say what you say, and then what is your rationale behind it, what is your logic behind it, because everything that you talk about is purely based on logic. You are not among those people who is just going to say that I think this is going to happen. I think this is going to happen. I think the world will go this way, right? And without giving any logical explanation. So since you sort of have a logic to your argument, why don't you share that logic at the same time, not in a very technical term, but at the same time, a little more than what you give out on your podcast. So that's the origination. And since it was a Shravan Monday, coming from somebody who had come to sort of build a temple, and as you know, I'm from Somnath, so automatically all those nimitta sort of found a right sort of an understanding. And this is the origination, or this is where I sort of did a sankalp and immediately started recording it. And sort of this is the origination part of it. And that is the origination no, omen. And the purpose obviously is that more and more people should get the advantage of our Vedic learning, right? Our Jyotishis sort of gave this knowledge not because they had a lot of time, not because they had nothing else to do. They gave this knowledge for a very, very specific reason. And that reason was they wanted to help you. They wanted to help you take decision making at a very strategic level, and they want to help you with the strategic decision making. And that was the whole purpose. So I thought I will share this knowledge with you in a structured way. And this is the course, and this is the place where you can sort of learn it in a structured way. Now, what is the program all about, and why I have kept it on invite only? So what I plan to do is basically I'm going to do bi-monthly Geo Jyotisha webinars. And for those of you who might be in a different time zone, might be able to attend, not attend, I'm going to record it too. And in case you miss it, you can always catch up on those recording. I'm already working on a very, very strong platform. Generally, I've been doing a lot of my courses on Facebook group, but for this, and I'm going to shift all my Jyotisha courses also into a very, very sturdy sort of a backend, so that people can sort of get the videos on 4K. They are able to see it. They are able to access it in a nice way. So in a net, there are going to be sort of bi-monthly sort of webinars. Generally, the webinars would be anything from 60 minutes to 90 minutes. And 90 minutes would be including all the Q&A and other things, right? So webinars will be topical. So if you are going to say that, hey, Karthik, what I'm going to teach in, let's say, 2 years, then I don't have sort of a list of what I'm going to teach, because everything is going to be so topical, right? So let's say at this point of time, the Middle East, the Iran thing, or let's say what's happening to Pakistan, what's happening, let's say, to Iran, let's say what's happening, the impact of transit of Jupiter, what is it going to happen to the farmers' protest, let's say in India. So there's so many topical things which keep coming, and it would be in various countries. It's not just for India, so as many people who are going to come from varied sort of nationality, varied Indians staying in various places also, right? Somebody else who is staying in Australia, and somebody staying in Belgium, somebody staying in Germany. So a lot of things we are going to do together based on that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's going to be on current trend, and obviously there is going to be Jyotisha touch, and there will be a lot of Jyotisha. So in case you are not somebody who loves Jyotisha or geopolitics, then definitely this is not for you. The objective is to decode world leaders, understand and then pick up their mind from their horoscopes, obviously events, countries, and more of learning together than me projecting myself as guru. We are going to have more of a friendly relationship. In Jyotisha term, more like a 311 relationship rather than a 9th house relationship where I want to project myself as a guru. I don't call myself a guru also, that is for a reason that I don't want to get into that guru syndrome, not as yet. I've promised somebody, and until the time that person is there, I'm not going to take any of the tags, uh, which a lot of people address me with. Right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to also make it very, very interesting by including guest speakers, experts, and we are going to do brainstorming with them also. So with obviously my 25 years of experience and my advantage of having consulted so many people, I'm not saying that I'm going to bring in a Modi or a Shah or a Bill Gates or for that matter, a yogi, or any of the top level Bollywood or business entrepreneur, because at a retainer level, there is a lot of secrecy clause included. But I'm going to get in a lot of geopolitical experts. I'm going to bring in a lot of experts in various fields, financial fields, sporting field for that matter, from various countries. And we are going to talk with them. And then obviously from a Jyotish perspective, from a planning perspective, is going to be a huge advantage to you also. Secondly, I'm going to sort of do a regular voice notes and messages. So I'll sort of create either a Telegram or a WhatsApp group. Plus, there will be a sort of what I mean to say is that this part of it. So I'm working on a sturdy background where also there will be a lot of messages, exchanges. Sometimes I see a nimitta, I'll share a voice note, generally which is not shared with anybody, right? So you as my core team will have that advantage of a lot of things which I'll be sharing, because I want you to take you guys up at a very, very strategic level in terms of thinking the way a good strategic mind will start thinking, and use that thinking in your day-to-day life, in your business, in your decision making, helping your friends and family sort of take decisions as well. Huh? There is going to be obviously monthly tapes learning, which surely will help you in your strategic planning, right? And then there will be Q&A, so on and so forth. But the note is that this is not a personal retainer. Huh? So don't want to oversell, or I don't want to sort of bring your hopes to a level where you will start thinking that you will have my personal number and you will be able to call me on a daily basis. No, that's not going to happen. That this is not a personal retainer, but yet you will have a lot of access to me. That is what I want to tell you. Who is it for and who is it not for? Because it's a very, very important thing. It is on invite. So who is not for, which is very important. Somebody who's not interested, huh? Somebody who has got no interest in politics, somebody who looks down upon politics, right? There are a lot of people who look down upon politics, whereas I feel that politics is very interesting. It is very important to be aware politically in terms of what's happening, right? Because you might be in your country, somebody else, some other country is also your karma bhumi. So what's going to happen in that country, directly impacts you, right? So if you're somebody who has got no interest in either politics, no interest in Jyotisha, somebody who says that, oh, I don't believe in anything, then frankly speaking, you should not be in this program, right? Uh, at the same time, let's say you might have funds. You'll say, I have a lot of money, but I have no interest. Then technically speaking, this is not for you, right? Because I'm not there for the money part of it. Yes, the funds are important because I stay in a very costly place. I am in Kali Yuga, and frankly speaking, I always say कि ghee bina havan nahi hota. So you need a ghee to sort of ensure that the havan is made, right? So I'm not going to lie that money is not important to me, but money is not the only part of it. So if you're somebody who still wants to be a part of it, then I would say contribute your money to sort of help some other student who might be adhikari, who might be the right fit for this batch, but might not have money. Then probably you might give a scholarship to somebody, right? But purely based on funds, you don't qualify. Somebody who is hoping that this should be a hardcore Jyotisha course. So this is not a hardcore Jyotisha course. In case you need a hardcore Jyotisha course, then I would suggest go to my website and scroll up and enroll for the 4 week, 1 year courses, or my sort of a lot of people basically go to program is the 5 year course, which is very, very detailed and structured in program. Uh, so you can surely join those Jyotisha program. This is not for you then, right? This is actually for a combination or somewhere in between. So even if you are part of that courses, then this program is for you, right? So who can apply basically, right? So this is for somebody who is a keen learner, likes geopolitics with a blend of Jyotisha, which I call it as Geo Jyotisha. Somebody who has got basic Jyotish knowledge, this is must. In case you don't have, then I'm obviously going to selected actually. So once selected, I'm going to give you an access to my 4 week Jyotisha course, um, just for you to ensure that you are able to get the basics. So the earlier you join, it is good for you because then I'll be able to share a lot of things with you and you'll be onboarded much easier, much faster, and you'll be able to start learning much faster. You are Jyotisha to the core, or as rather a student to the core and willing to do research also. So there will be a lot of research that we all will be doing. Let's say some of you is in Germany, India, somebody let's say is in within India, somebody is in Bengal, Gujarat, West Bengal, wherever you are. We are going to do a lot of group research also. Somebody who has got availability of fund. Now, this is something which is very, very important. I'm going to talk about the investment part of it, but this is very important. So please don't make me feel guilty if you don't have money. Probably wait, your time has not come, and sort of don't make me feel guilty about you not having funds at this point of time, right? There are a lot of things I'm not able to do it at this point of time because I don't have funds. So I hope you should understand that your time is not yet up. Or probably register your name, and if we get a donor, somebody is going to sponsor, and then if you sort of pass the interview, then we can get you in part of that sponsorship thing. Huh? So this is very, very important. Please move gracefully if you are not selected. Hmm. Value addition, basically, this will be great for consultant, business owners, decision makers, Jyotisha lovers. This will add a lot of value because even the guest speakers will sort of bring in and might give you some very, very important tip, which might help you with your decision making skills. Once selected, I'm going to personally do a 15-minute Zoom call. So it is not that if you have just funds, you can just pay and sort of start learning because this program is very hard, very, very close to me. Nimitta is something which is very strong. Uh, I want to get involved and I want to get involved with everybody who I'm going to get selected. Huh? And I'm extremely serious. So if you are, then this program is for you. So what is the duration, price, etc.? So this is going to be again by invite only. Duration will be 2 years and it's going to start from October 21. But I would suggest don't delay. If you are serious, get going because the earlier you start, you are going to get an advantage of a lot of freebies that you will get, right? The investment is very, very easy. It's going to be $1,500 if you pay into two. So if you pay yearly, it is going to be 1,500 into two, which will come to $3,000 in 2 years, right? Within this, within 1 year, if you let's say want to split it up into two, then you can split it up into $800 into two, which will be $1,600. So instead of $1,500, it will become $1,600, right? So if you pay $1,500 into two, the overall program cost will be $3,000. But there is an easier option. If you pay one time, then it is only $2,100, which is the best value that I can offer, right? So you just pay $2,100, you are sort of booked for 2 years. You don't have to pay anything else, and you will get an early advantage. There are a lot of other freebies which will you get apart from the 4-week course. And the early advantage would be there will be few webinars I'll be doing for the closed community for the people who are joining early. Huh? So again, a note for the sponsor. If you want to sort of sponsor a student, please DM my help desk. This is the number. But again, as I told you, these are the funds which you need to have. Generally, if you are asking for a meeting with me or Zoom meeting with me. Um, so once this is with you, you can message the help desk and we will sort of help you set up the meeting with me. Now, few of the frequently asked question, what will be the course language? The course language will be in English. This is ensuring that the global audience, because a lot of people uh, might not be able to speak Hindi that fluently. Some people are from the south, some people don't understand Hindi. So net, I've understood that English is one language which sort of is a unifying language, right? So net people will be able to understand English. So yes, you need to know English. That is a prerequisite. Can I get a refund if I can't attend or if I attend and then want to withdraw? The clear answer is no. So only go for the program if you are sure about being there, right? Because there is a certain amount based on the omen. I don't want to talk about it, but there is a part of that course fee which will go for a donation as well, right? So I don't want to have the stress of refund, and because once I pay somebody else, I'm not going to ask a refund. So it is for people who have clarity. So if you are in a very, very bad phase of life, don't think this is your ticket to sort of getting a Raj Yoga. So if that's the case, then better you sort of get a consultation done rather than joining a Jyotisha course. So if you are getting into this, you have to be clear-headed, sort of, and join it for the right reasons, right? I want to learn Jyotisha, then it is purely nice to sort of join, go through kartikgor.com and join some hardcore Jyotish program. Probably join a 5-year program, and then that will sort of help you to become a good Jyotishi, sort of get the right sort of understanding of only Jyotisha. This is for somebody who wants to blend both of it, right? So that is very, very important. If you all purely want to learn core Jyotish, then join the Jyotish courses. However, as part of this program, as I told you, you will get a 4-week course, and the early people, the early advantage of people who are going to join, let's say immediately within 15th of September, they are going to have huge advantage of there are few prep sort of webinars which I'm going to do, which other people might miss out on. Can I gift this Jyotisha courses? Yes, you can. Uh, you can possibly donate, to and sort of based on few applications that we will get, we will find the best candidate for you, and we will sort of gift them, and then they can join. Yes. So you can basically give a scholarship to a aspiring student, and then we will ensure that we give it to the one who is going to be the right candidate based on their horoscope. Huh? What if I miss the live webinar? As I told you, it will be recorded, and you will have an access to the recording. That's for sure. Will there be a Q&A? Yes, it will be. There will be a 15-minute Q&A. And even after the uploading of the webinar, you can ask questions. But the questions has to be topical, right? It doesn't need to be on your horoscope. So I keep on telling that this is not about you. It is about beyond you. So if you're obsessed about your horoscope, then get a consultation done. If you are obsessed purely in terms of Jyotish, join a Jyotisha course. This is something in between, which is actually going to be very, very exciting. So if you are a keen learner, love Jyotisha, love geopolitics, you're going to love this experience. Will there be assignments, etc.? Yes, we will sort of find a way that after every webinar, there should be something that we all should be focused on. There should be some to-do list, right? So we are going to do that. I'll suggest some research for you, and we will do a lot of discussion on Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever sort of group we agree to, and we are going to do that. Will we discuss horoscopes? Yes, but not yours, right? And we will be doing the country's horoscope, leaders' horoscope, and that is all part of strategic planning. So as I told you, I'll be helping you to understand what all is part of it. We are going to sort of talk about the method to the madness, basically give you an understanding of how I think, and probably you can start thinking better, and replicating a few things that you might like about my head, a few things that you would think that you have a better advantage, and you might think it a little differently. It's all up to you. Huh? Will you consult us individually? As part of this, no. You can definitely book a consultation separately because this is not a retainer. But what I'm going to do is for the all the early people who are going to get in, I will get you a 15-minute. Once you are selected, I'm going to give you a special 15 minutes. This is the bonus part of it to discuss your chart. I'll help you with one major challenge and a remedy. So that will be for all the people who will join before September 15th. Okay, so this bonus is only for those people and not for those who are going to ask join later on. So people who are going to join before September 15, they will get a bonus 15-minute with me, and they are also going to get a webinar, preparatory webinar, which is only going to be for these early people, which I'm going to do it on 15th or 16th itself. Hmm? So if you feel that you fit the bill, you can sort of message or telegram my help desk, and they will help you with the other part of it. So I hope this is very, very clear to all of you, and I look forward to talking to you. If you, for any reason, if you don't fit the bill or you are not selected, I would please request you to sort of take it with a lot of grace. There will be times we will definitely meet, and then life is long, and hopefully we will meet again. So with this, I'll take your leave. Thank you so much for your time. Namah Shivaya.